Hi, welcome to Zazzle Chat. Today we will be talking about customer care and how we are prepping for holidays here at Zazzle. So I'm talking to Christine, and if that name sounds familiar, this is the same Christine that you see on the forums. I'm going to let Christine talk about exactly what she does here at Zazzle.
Thanks, Monica. So I am basically the community team and pro designer specialist here at Zazzle under the customer care department. And I basically just help facilitate all designer inquiries on the forums and get that to, our team members here. So any suggestions or requests you guys make, like when I say I'll pass it along, I really am like taking notes and forwarding it on to the, relevant departments. Any questions you guys have, I'm also forwarding those so I can get you guys answers. Basically, my job is to help inform you guys with as many information as I can so you guys can be successful on Zazzle.
And what's your favorite product on Zazzle?
Right now, I would have to say the acrylic photo blocks. I think they're great gifts too. I have pictures of my family on those blocks on my desk, and the wood wall arts are really nice too.
Nice. Yeah. If you haven't checked those out, make sure you check them out on the site. So, two things. We're currently prepping for holidays, right?
Correct.
So the first is how this impacts customers and how this impacts designers.
Mm-hmm.
So first, let's talk about customers. So recently we've had a surge of volume of calls from our customers, and they've been related to the Reno move. Do you want to kind of go into more detail about that?
Yes, so we did recently, as I announced on the forums a couple months ago, that we have two main facilities in San Jose, and we just did the transition over to Reno. That has unfortunately caused a few production delays, but we are seeing improvement and we are seeing movement along those productions. And our customer care team, they've been working tirelessly with production to help get all those orders out. They're on phone calls, emails, just everything to get as much information as well for our customers, and just trying to get those products out and as much information they can.
So we know that some of you guys got hit by customers, but please direct them our way and we will take care of those customers, because our number one priority on the customer care team is really to make sure that we get our products out to the customers on time, the right products.
Right.
So for holidays, we just want to walk you guys through all the options that we have for customers so that as designers you are aware, and then we are going to talk about the options that we have for designers. As an e-commerce company, we are in the business of making our customers happy. And part of making our customers happy means that they get their product the day in a timely fashion when we say they're going to get it. So our number one priority is making sure that we hit the delivery dates that we have on the product pages and throughout the website. If customers have any questions or concerns, there's a couple ways that they can reach out to us. The first are phone calls. So can you explain how phone calls work?
Right. So our phone hours, it's listed on the help center. So we are open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we actually have two customer care facilities. There's one here in Redwood City, and then there's also one in Cork, Ireland. So as soon as 9 a.m. hits on this side, the phones are on and everyone's on board taking calls to help those customers. So that's the best way to contact us, I believe, because that is our priority. And then the best time you'd want to reach us is between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 2 to 4 Eastern Time. The reason why that's the best time is the wait time is a lot less during those times. So if you don't want to wait too long, if you're on a schedule, those are the best times to call us.
And then second, we have email.
Yes. So we do have emails, which you get to through the help center. They just have to fill out a ticketing form. And then that email gets sent straight to our customer care team, and they'll answer it within 1 to 2 days.
So if you don't have time, I think the best way is email, because you can still send it out and you don't have to wait online, and we'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then we have social.
Yes. So we do have a little team here, our social media customer care agents, which I'm actually a part of and I help run. So basically, what we do is look at all like the Facebook, Twitter accounts, all our third-party sites we're actually on, like Trustpilot, SiteJabber, Wedding Wire, Google reviews. Like there's a lot of reviews that I'm constantly looking through and like assisting those 1-star reviews, 2-star, 3 stars, just to just help the customers and turn them around and kind of like help what their issues are with their orders.
And then we have an order placement team, which probably doesn't get brought up a lot because if you're listening to this or watching this, you're probably pretty savvy, but we do have an order placement team that helps customers who don't have access to the technology or have limited knowledge of how to use the website. So we have those.
Yeah, we have another small team of that as well, and they're really good at just kind of walking through the customer on the site, how to use it, and with placing their orders if they're not that tech savvy.
But again, it's a lot faster if you can order products on the site because you don't have to wait or have someone walk you through it.
Right.
And lastly, we have a new option. It's called the Zazzle chat, and it's different from this Zazzle chat. It's an actual pop-up chat on if you're on the help center and you want to talk directly to a customer service agent.
Right, so if you're on the main help center page, if an agent is available, a pop-up will come up and then you'll be able to actually chat with one of our customer care representatives.
So just to quickly recap, if a customer reaches out to you, we have the options. We have our phone calls, emails, social, and the Zazzle chat. And we recommend kind of in those orders, and the top priority being calls.
Yeah.
So we have those options for our customers. Now let's talk about designers. So what is the best way for a designer to get in touch with people at Zazzle?
Well, obviously it's the forums because you guys are on it a lot, and you'll notice, it's either, I handle it on this side. Finbar, he's over at Cork, so it's when it's his time, he'll handle it there, and then we also have Scott who pops in here and there to handle all the technical ones. I know you go in there once in a while to answer all the product questions. So the forums is definitely, I would say, the #1 place to go to.
So in addition to kind of the specific people who kind of help monitor, we have everyone from the CEO to customer service who look at the forums. And I think the reason why forums are so awesome is, #1, it's set up specifically for designers, so you guys can get, it's like community. Not only can we respond, but a lot of times I will notice people have a question and another designer will help answer the question even before we get to it. So I think the community aspect's really strong. If you guys have questions or concerns or tips and tricks, that's a great way to set up. And the second reason is it's the fastest way to get communication. Our customer service, our customer care team is set up for customers, and as a result, a lot of times they're not equipped in a lot of the questions that you ask related to designers, whereas Christine and Finbar and Scott can direct those questions directly to the teams that help handle those issues. And so your comments and feedback actually get translated through the company in a lot more direct manner.
Yeah, definitely. I'm constantly sending out emails and reports with all your guys' suggestions, feedbacks. It definitely helps the people who make those things happen kind of look at both sides, and there's things that they didn't necessarily think about doing, and then a designer would bring it up and they're like, oh, okay, so it definitely helps.
One caveat though is a lot of times we get a lot of those feedback and suggestions, and sometimes it's not as easy as it seems. So sometimes a lot of those easy changes, like the copy change or whatever, we can make those really quickly, but some of those larger things do take a lot more time, and sometimes they're already in the work. So when they say they pass it on to the team, they really are passing it along to the team, but some of those issues are just larger and need more time to kind of work our magic.
Right, and a lot of the suggestions, just because it's suggestion, I do want to say that it doesn't mean we can do them. You know, and that doesn't mean you shouldn't suggest them. You know, we do want the opinions and feedback, you know, just keep suggesting it. I'm sure there's things that you guys suggested maybe like even 3 years ago that wouldn't have been possible then, but now are. And I see a lot on the forums be like, oh, we requested this years ago and now it's happening. So I just want to say, like, don't be discouraged if whatever you suggested gets turned down. It's just at the current time it's not possible, but it's not impossible for later.
Yeah, we definitely have, Christine provides a weekly report to the entire company on the feedback, not just kind of the direct people who are in charge, but like the entire company, and we take designer feedback very seriously. You guys are a core part of what makes Zazzle, and so we want to make sure we respect you, but just know that sometimes there's a lot of things going on behind the scene that we don't necessarily always let you guys know, and that's impending how we communicate back with you. Want to talk about positivity on the forums.
Yes.
So, Christine, you are on the forums a lot.
Yes.
Granted, you don't always have to be positive, but there's a way to get things across without coming across negative, because sometimes when people are negative, other people will add on, and that chain or that thread doesn't come out positive, and it's hard to act on the positivity or the negativity.
Right. And it's kind of a thin line to cross. Finbar and I and everyone else, we do kind of discuss how we're going to handle a thread. I mean, we don't just block it automatically, say because we disagreed with you guys or we just don't like it. I mean, we're fine with like, you know, agree to disagree. Mm-hmm. You know, I always say that. I always say debate's fine, but I think there's a line that shouldn't be crossed where we're being all of a sudden disrespectful. You know, once we kind of make our explanation and explain why, even if you guys may not be happy with the answer, like that's our genuine response though. Like we're not gonna say we're not gonna lie to you guys and just post something just to make you happy. I mean, we can't make everyone happy on the forums. But I think overall though, from what I've heard from veteran designers is that it's gotten a lot better on the forums, which I'm really happy about because I always want it to be a lot better and lively and more jokingly and just like, you know, just like you said in the beginning, we're a community. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think the positivity thing is improving a lot. I've seen it, you know, I'm with you guys every day. I'm a big advocate for you guys. So that's been really improving. So I just hope you guys can also just understand our side of things as well. And it's just, you know, we're not calling out any one or two as particular. Like I said, we're a community. If one fails, then we kind of like all fail. So I just want us all to like
be elevated.
Yes, be elevated up. Just be encouraged to keep going.
So just to quickly recap, if you as designers have issues that you want heard or seen within Zazzle, the quickest, most efficient way is to go through our forums.
Yes.
And then recently we've been adding important forum posts to the newsfeed, so when you log into your account, and make sure you are getting our emails as well, because we send those emails on important things, and we just want to make sure you're getting those emails as well. As we're prepping for holidays, we did want to bring up the royalty freeze. It happens every year, so no need to be surprised. Do you have the exact dates?
Yeah, so we're going to be announcing it on October 1st on the forums. And it's going to happen from November 1st through the beginning of the year. So once we announce it or whenever this comes up, you guys will have time to, you know, adjust all your royalties in preparation for holiday.
And then lastly, we're prepping for holidays, but we're also excited for after holidays. And just a heads up, starting from December 22nd to the beginning of the year, we'll also be shutting down the forums. That's because Christine, Finbar, Scott, they will have worked tirelessly. I'm sure we'll get a lot of feedback and conversations on the forum. So we are shutting that down so that our employees can have some rest. But we will be back and running, starting the beginning of the next year. So just plan for that as well.
And when we do close the forums, we'll announce that on there as well. If you guys do run into any issues or have questions, our customer care team is actually still going to be here via email. So you can email them with any questions or concerns, and they'll get to you as soon as they can.
So just to quickly recap, we have devoted customer care outlets, and we have devoted designer outlets. And our whole goal is to make sure that, our company is up and running, customers are getting their products, you guys as designers are happy and don't have any questions. And we are just busy prepping for this holiday, and we really hope that this is going to be the most successful holiday season yet. So we are excited for you guys to join that journey with us, and let's get designing.
Yes, happy designing.